Wow, that was quick for Seribot. Just going to do something. There's something to redeem. Where do I redeem my Game Pass thing? There's an Assassin's Creed thing. Also, hello! I know this is not right. It's not a Sunday. And there's no Jessie. That's just because I've just completely collywobbled. Completely collywobbled. No, I already own it. And yeah, so you know, falling asleep in the stream on Sunday, always fun. Not been feeling well all week, so rather than potentially fall asleep on Jessie or get frustrated because my brain is broken, and I can't do puzzles, I'm just gonna play the nonary games because I've already played it, so therefore if I get stuck on a puzzle I can just look up the answer, because it's not like I haven't already solved it once already. Yeah, something words. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. The quarry. It's just updating itself. I'm very tempted just to let it update itself. Oh, my tea. Right, I'll be right back. I just need to go get my tea. Right, tea obtained. Okay, so let's restart. So yeah, so I've not been very well for the past week. Culminated on Sunday in me falling asleep on stream. Literally, actually falling asleep on stream. So much so that my Fitbit was like, nap from like 4 o'clock, and I'm like, well, I didn't mean to. Okay, I'm just gonna pause that update because it's gonna take like 12 minutes and I don't have that kind of time. And yeah, because with this game I can stop whenever. Because, well, you know, it is, thank you, Game Pass. You know, we've done 13 hours, and it's like 48, so we've got another 25 to go, so, you know, do 3 hours today, then that's fine. If I can only do 2 to start getting tired, then that's also fine. But I just feel bad for myself, because I was enjoying it, for not being able to continue on Sunday. No, not really anyone else cares, but I care, for me, because I was sad, for me.
It's hard to believe Zero Senior would make that big of a mistake.
So, we're picking up where I left off. Well, let's have a look around anyway. Maybe we'll find something about that virus.
Yeah, good idea.
What are we standing around for then? Get to it.
Maybe it was Radical 6 that I had. I don't know. Seek a way out. There we go. I was literally like, I was so tired that I couldn't even get to this bit. So tired on Sunday. I was like, I basically, after I finished the stream, I set an alarm for 5 to 6 because 6 o'clock was the showcase, and I just fell asleep in bed. And then I had to order takeout because when I woke up, I just could barely move. So I sort of sat myself on the sofa, put the showcase on my big TV, and ordered takeout. And even that was just hard to manage. In fact, no, I watched the showcase, then I ordered takeout because I was supposed to make risotto while I watched the showcase, but I just couldn't move. But no one cares particularly, so I'm just babbling. But either which way, I still feel kind of shit, and not really sure how much brain I have, so. Although I really would have loved to stream more Lumote with Jessie, I don't think I could today. And I'm sorry, Jessie, if you're here. I don't know if you're able to be here. Hope you're not mad at me. Yeah. Hopefully, cross fingers, we'll pick up Lumot next Tuesday. I have a slate of Anna's Quest, Rainbow Billy, and more nunnery games scheduled for this week. I have narrowed down the Rainbow Billy achievement. I now know it's to get 75 thoughts. And I also had a quick check on the Steam discussions, because it's always the best place to find out information when you're not quite sure. And yeah, once you finish the game, you can go and collect stuff still. So that will be all good. So we'll be able to go and collect missing thoughts. Apparently they make a noise. And an area goes rainbow when you've collected all the things in it. So I'd seen a couple of rainbows on the map. Oh right, okay. So before we do that, I've just also seen a number there. So I think that was that the upway? The barometer. As you can tell, I'm really tired. It's a cardboard box with junk in it. Bless you, Clover. Oh god, we got another creepy rabbit thingy. And then there's the wire. I remember there's a wire puzzle. Okay, so that's gotta be go down first. Hi, Elcash. Okay, so yeah. So Anna's Quest, the achievement I have to get is the next story one. Rainbow Billy, the achievement I have to get is the 75 thoughts. Then next week I'll pick up in Kodia. I have to get the Octopi achievement. And I want to do some LA Noir. As well. So I'm not sure I'll be able to get that all in one go. I don't know which achievement it is. There are two. I need to get two, and they're all in the same range. It could be for getting all the stream crimes. So, what I'll probably do is start up the stream and try and get the miscellaneous ones that it can be first, and then basically narrow it down and do some street crimes. I hate the street crimes. I'm not very good at them. I fail very miserably. 25113. I'm not quite sure what the rule is. We don't have any information on that yet. Okay, let's just go down first. That is a very small little lift thing to put everyone in. Yeah, how are you doing, Gold Cash? I don't really get to talk to you much these days. I feel like I've compression suits on. Need to plug it into something. That's the door. Oh, more lockers. But yeah, that's a comment on me rather than you. It's not no shade being thrown, hopefully. You don't feel like there's any... There's any shade being... Oh, hello. Oh my god, my drawing is terrible! It's like a kid did it. Beautiful art. Thank you, Fuzzy. Yeah. Welcome. Alright, okay, so there's probably more suits in these. Okay. How are you doing? Okay, so... Oh, yeah, we had a pet outside. Oh, hello. Okay, so... that is going to be possibly important for another puzzle. For now, can we solve this? Using the memo, do we assume 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? In which case... Nope. How about 1, 2, 3? Which makes the star, I think that weird ass scribble is. No. Okay. Need another something. Helps if I remember to go down in the lift. Not just exit it. There's probably something else I'm missing as well. Door. Okay. Ah. Alright. Pink to orange. Yellow to green. Wait. I didn't need to go. Didn't need to connect anything else. That was it. Excellent. Oh, that was easy. Oh yeah. So apologies. There's going to be lots of yawning. Still not fully recovered. But I'm glad y'all can make it. Hello. Aha. It will work. Part of the seat is torn. Okay, so 6, 4, 2, 3, 1, 5. There we go. Terrible, terrible, terrible drawing. The door is welded shut. Okay, what the hell is that? Preparation complete. Now beginning decompression. 3, 2, 1. Oh no. What the fuck? Why did that happen? Why are you asking me? Let's get out of here. I'm not gonna be able to get out of here, are we? Shit. We need to equalize the pressure. Oh, look at the giant bunny. Insufficient power. Okay. We got a key. Always good to get a key. And a vacuum. It's a good thing we're wearing our suits. Okay. I'm locked in. Ooh, it's a binder. piece of paper. Okay, THC inside. Okay. That will help us connect that. We can't do anything until we've figured out. I'm okay. On the endings. So we got hit for the first lock. No worries. Distracted is my middle name. We hit the first lock on the left-hand side, and then we went back, picked blue and allied, and Kay betrayed us. Boo hiss. But at least no one died. Well, no. At least not everyone died. But yeah. So Kay got out, so it ended. And then we went all the way back up to the top, and we went down yellow, and then ally, and then blue. Yeah, but nothing majorly important. We found the key to Kay's suit, but his suit got damaged, so we couldn't undo it. We've found clues that Dio has been up to something, but can't prove anything because the people in the game are stupid. And yeah, we hit a password wall. But yeah, we are now in the middle ring, which seems to be Radical 6. Quark is currently unconscious because he tried to kill himself. Always fun when a child does that. I can't remember how you Yeah, Quark, indeed. Oh, we just poked it. Right. Okay. I didn't realize I was poking it with the key. I popped it! We got... Oh, hello! We have, colour thingy, and... Which metal plate is bent? Okay. We don't have any cables though. Oh. It's a laser ignitor. We're making lasers. There we go. Dear, was the power system coming on? I forgot what I was saying. Pressurization? Yay. Okay, so inside. Whites to purple. Yellow to pink. And go to blue. Voila! I like those. Yay! Now we can solve the lift puzzle. We take the stupid suits off now. Yay. Thanks, Clover. You did save us. Okay, so cylinder. Real small key. I remembered to go up rather than out. Yeah, that would be creepy. Don't do that, please. Okay. Is the child side suit downstairs? Was there a locker that had a key? Maybe. There we go. Journal. Ooh, okay. I don't know what that means, but okay. I got Zero Jr. in a suit! Okay, that's just slightly creepy. Yeah. Anyway, we're just gonna poodle along with this and see how it goes. Poodle, 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 basically. There's 8 on it. I was not paying attention. The pattern on the display is the same as the pattern on the stomach of the stuffed animal wearing the protective suit. Select it to scan the pattern so the device can read the colours in the pattern. Wait, gotcha. Okay, so cyan, red, blue, yellow, pink, black. Cyan, blue, black. I've forgotten already. Cyan, red, blue, yellow, pink, black. Cyan, red, blue, yellow, pink, black. That's a 6. Cyan, green, black, blue, yellow. Cyan, green, black, blue, yellow is a 2. Cyan, green, black. Pink, yellow. Cyan, green, black. So 3. Okay, so what also now we need to do cyan, green, get the other colour, which should give us blue. Now I just need to find my safe. The code's in. That was nice and quick. Right, we're making progress. Okay, moon's done. Skull file. Great, open. Ah, okay. Okay, that gives us the rules. Penalty. Okay, voting machine. Hazmat suit. Scotch. The root beer float. Okay, so I mean those are cute, but it doesn't really give us anything majorly game breaking. Okay, moon, sun. And there's the key. The map. Oh yeah, we always get the floor B map. There's also a memory card. That's interesting. Is that because we went to the med bay before? We know where we put a memory card in. Well, hopefully we can go to the med bay. The key to the exit. Oh, I suppose we could see if we could put it in the pad. Oh no, we've not got it to put in the pad, so we can't. Let's just exit out here. Move. Yeah. I feel like it's something like the Man in the Moon.
Looks just like the one on the last floor.
There's even a big old door in the same spot where the number 9 door is in the other warehouse.
True, but it's rusted over. I don't think it's opening anytime soon.
No lever to open it anyway, that I can see.
Well, shoot. We couldn't possibly open that with our bare hands.
Duh. How much do you think that thing weighs?
You'd have about as much luck trying to lift a pickup truck, even if it was unlocked.
I want to know what those are.
Those white doors?
Are they chromatic doors?
Yeah, seems like it. I mean, look at this. It's one of those things that says lock.
Yeah, just like the ones next to the other chromatic doors.
So you're saying all the chromatic doors for the next round are white?
Yeah, they were different colors before, but...
Guess things have changed for this round.
Hi, Nikki. Before we could discuss the doors any further, a familiar robotic voice crackled over the speakers. Ambidex.
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
So it was only in the green door that we got a hint
One of
that
the other
that was a bad
teams
thing.
opened the gate early.
What in the hell they do that for? We haven't even started back yet. Never mind, White. We just need to get back up there pronto. I'm worried about Quark. We need to hook up with Alice and Kay. The sooner the better.
Let's
Right,
go.
got it. I mean, I fell asleep on stream on Sunday, so, you know, watching it is a step up. Yeah. I was ill. It's on VOD. You want to catch up? Like, falling asleep and then just slowly merging with the corner of the screen. Yeah, I was tired. Well, no, I was ill, which was making me really tired. I was determined to try and get, like, just to the bit of the story so that it was in the puzzle room, and I couldn't even make that. It was annoying because Saturday I was okay and I thought I was over it, but Sunday went no. We returned to the floor A warehouse to find only 2 people waiting for us. Hey, who'd gone through the window? Asswipe Dio, who'd gone through the green one.
Where's Quark?
We took him to the infirmary. At the moment, Alice, Phi, and Luna are looking after him.
Is he all right?
I don't know if I would describe him as all right, but apparently his condition has not worsened, if that's what you mean. He is still resting. However, we...
Good. I'm going to the infirmary.
Tenmyoji, please, wait!
Myoji ignored Kay and took up at a run through the yellow door. Well, if only 3 of us vote, then there's either going to be some serious allying going on or some serious betraying. But people might die this time. It might be me.
Oh dear. He's gone. There was something I needed to tell him.
Well, it's not like it matters. The girls will just tell him when he gets there. He ought to calm down once he's seen the kid.
Clover and I looked at one another, eyebrows raised.
What are they going to tell him?
Well, you see...
What?
You found virus medicine in the laboratory?
Oh!
Unfortunately, we found only a single vial.
Then we can cure Quark's Radical 6!
So it would seem.
Well, I guess we should head over to the infirmary and see how he's doing. Come on, let's go!
Right behind you. He should be fine now. It might take some time for him to recover fully, but the worst is over.
Luna's voice was quiet as she stepped back from Quark. She held an injection gun with an empty vial. The Ativan or whatever. Delicately, she placed it back in the cabinet. Quark had been laid out on a crude cot and was still sound asleep. His breathing was even and his expression was peaceful. Excuse me. He looked like any other child sleeping soundly after a long day of doing whatever it is children do to amuse themselves. Playing? Any trace of the insanity he'd shown earlier was nowhere to be found. Well, because he's asleep!
Is he really going to be okay?
Yes. We analyzed the vial and confirmed that it was definitely Excelivir. Now that I've
there we go.
administered it,
The Excelivir should eradicate the virus completely given enough time, right?
yes, that should be the case.
Thank
Luckily,
goodness.
only he was
Yeah,
infected in
what
this,
a relief.
this hand.
Things are looking pretty sketchy there for a while, that's for sure.
I felt some of the tension disappear from my shoulders and let out a breath I hadn't realised I'd been holding. We weren't out of the woods yet, but at least Quark was safe.
Ooh.
Can we put the memory card in the thing yet? Temioji let out a long shaking sigh and lowered himself onto one of the empty beds. He rubbed his hands wearily across his face, and I thought I saw the glint of tears.
Alice, you and Kay, I don't know what to say other than thanks. You saved his life. I don't know the words to tell you how much that means to me.
Oh, please. It was nothing, really. We just happened to be the ones who went through the red door.
Where is Kay? He's not in here.
He's still in the warehouse. Dio and Kay stayed behind.
They went there to wait for you guys while we came back here. We figured someone should explain what was going on so you wouldn't come back to an empty warehouse.
So Dio and Kay were the ones who opened the Abbey gates?
Not both of them. There was only one door open.
Well, we should get back and tell them how Quark's doing. Kay will
I
want
said
to know at
cheese.
least.
But it's also an atomic element, I think. Yeah, subatomic particles. Ooh, hang on. I was nearly... Right. I nodded and head back to the other side of the room. I was nearly there when Temioji suddenly spoke.
That's right. You know that memory card we found?
There we go. This thing?
Yeah. I think I know how we can take a look at what's on it. What, you don't remember? There was a memory card just like it that we used to solve the puzzles in here.
Yeah, he's right. There's a slot next to the screen. It should work for this one, too.
And there it is. I'd forgotten he... Yeah, because he betrayed us last time. There's no way in hell he's betraying us this time.
Yeah,
We hope.
I want to see what's on
Give it a
it.
shot. Okay, just give me a minute here. Make sure it's in the right way around. I slid the card in the slot next to the screen. Oh, no sooner had I done so than an image of a waveform popped up on the screen.
Is there an audio file on here? Why don't we turn up the volume a bit?
Luna tapped a few things on the screen and a bar began to move across the screen. Too many screens! That's 4 times in the last 2 sentences. Before long, a voice drifted out of the speakers.
This is Control. How's it going over there? Bet you missed the sound of my voice, huh? Well, I gotta be honest. It's getting pretty lonely over here, too. Feeling kind of like howling at the moon, lone wolf style. Speaking of which, I'm looking at it right now. The old girl is beautiful. Never seen a moon this full. And that color. Whew. Tonight's that eclipse, remember? What a way to end 2028, huh? The moon's this amazing red. If it wasn't so beautiful, it'd be kind of ominous. Wish you guys could see it too, but... sorry, forgot. You're supposed to be on Mars, aren't you? So, how are Phobos and Deimos looking right now? Sure hope I'll get to look up at them someday, too. Anyway, over. Hey, something wrong? Talk to me, guys.
Nice.
What? You gonna play hard to get because we haven't talked in so long? Enough jokes, all right? Knock it
There was a
off.
mission to the Mars in the last game I
Where
was
are you
playing as well.
guys? Is there something wrong with the radio? You're saying everything's green? Well then, what the hell's going on here? Why aren't they responding? No, the video feed's online. Look, you can see all 9 of them, 3 at each table. What? Someone hacked our feed? What do you mean this isn't live? An old clip on repeat? Who would do that? What in the hell is happening here?
I remember this now.
This is Control. I repeat, this is Control. Please come
They're
in.
referring to the
I'm asking you to respond.
events in the next game, I think.
This is.
Oh, thank God. You really had me worried there. What happened?
6 of us are dead.
It's
What?
no, it's
Counting
not really a
myself, there
spoiler.
are only 3 left.
How?
It just
Why
says
are-
9 people, and I was like,
They were
oh, 9.
killed.
What?
I mean, it's spoiling it yourself.
I guess you could say I killed them. No, that's not quite right. Not just them. Not just these 6. All of them. All 6 billion. Soon, I will have killed 6 billion people.
Are you there? Respond! Damn it. This is Control. I repeat, this is Control. We have an emergency situation. We have an unconfirmed report of 6 deceased test subjects. Deploy rescue and escort teams to the test site immediately. Shit. What the hell happened in there?
Yes.
Is that it?
What on earth was that?
Any ideas? I get only frowns and shaking heads in response. Only one person showed a reaction other than stunned confusion. Tamioji? Tamioji. Long after the audio ended, he stared at the screen, deep in thought.
Do you know something, Tenmyoji?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think I know what that was. It's probably a transmission from the Mars mission test site.
Mars?
I'm sorry, what?
You mean some kind of space travel?
They're not
What
on
kind of
Mars,
test
it's a
site
test
was
site,
it?
so it's like Nevada Desert again.
Did you know that the government is developing spaceships with particle annihilation engines? These ships would be able to get humans to Mars a lot faster than old chemical rockets. But they don't want to just send a manned Mars mission off half-cocked. That was the idea behind this test. They built a whole complex on this old Air Force base in Nevada. The
Nevada!
idea was that it would be a simulation of a
Have
manned
Zero
mission to
Escape
Mars
drinking
with a
game.
crew of 9 men and women. They'd monitor the whole thing and use that data to plan the real mission.
So what we just listened to was the transmission from that project.
Yeah,
Why is something like that here?
don't know why. We found it in the safe. No explanation. Dollars to donuts, it's got something to do with Zero's plan.
You mean we were meant to hear what was on that card?
Yeah.
It's
It's in
all
the
very
safe.
interesting, but how exactly do you know about all this?
Oh, about the simulated Mars mission?
Yes.
I was involved with the project.
Involved?
Now, the intent was to create as accurate a simulation as possible. That meant we'd need to simulate the radio silence we'd experienced during conjunction.
What's a conjunction?
Hi!
It means 2 things in space are close to each other. In this case, we're talking about a superior conjunction, where Mars and Earth are on the exact opposite sides of the Sun. So unless we've got some sort of relay, there'll be a period of time where we won't be able to communicate with each other. What we heard on that card was when the simulated conjunction was scheduled to end.
That's when they died.
Now, we don't know that. They could have died long before that conversation. All we know is that's when it was discovered.
So 6 of the test subjects died, right?
Yeah.
Well, do you remember what she said? There was something about how she didn't just kill 6 people. She said 6 billion. The heck did she mean by that?
Just what the hell happened there?
She frowned, and something on the floor. Move, Dave, and looked down at the floor. We were all silent as he paced slowly back and forth across the room. I mean, I don't even fall asleep on extra life stream, so there's clearly something wrong with me. At last he stopped, raised his head and spoke.
The truth is that there's a chance a virus escaped from the test site.
A virus? Wait, you don't mean...
Yeah, Radical 6.
What? How can that be?
I'm just telling you what I know, okay? Nobody's sure how Radical 6 got in there in the first place, but one of the subjects might have been infected when they entered. Or the virus itself might have been an intentional part of the simulation. The test site deaths became the index case for a pandemic. Anyway, prevailing wisdom says it got out somehow. And once it was out, it spread pretty quick. All across the planet.
And it killed 6 billion people?
No, not directly. Best numbers put only a third or so of those deaths as directly caused by Radical 6. The other 4 billion died from the collapse caused by the deaths of that first third. The whole world just fell apart.
We got lucky. Wow, damn, I have a lot of questions. I don't even know where to start. I don't even know where to start knowing where to start. Well, no, take that back. Explain that date. Unless I heard this wrong, the date the Radical 6 got out was December 31st, 2028.
Yeah.
That's today. The day I got grabbed by the guy in the gas mask was December 25th, 2028.
Me too. Christmas Day.
I was kidnapped on Christmas too.
Clover and I were taken 3 days earlier, on the 22nd.
Yeah.
And you see what I'm saying, right? The recording was made close to a week after we were all picked up. What the hell is going on here? That thing is from the future?
You see...
Oh, damn it! He was about to tell us something!
Until Ambidex game polling closes.
No, Radical
All
6 turns
players,
people into
please
suicidal zombies.
enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
We're out of time.
Except
We need to
Dio,
go back
who's
to the
going to
warehouse.
totally get in one of those boxes and... why did we give Dio a card?
Don't
We
care.
haven't answered.
I need more than 10 minutes to explain everything.
Okay,
Half-assing
well,
it is just going to make you more confused.
let's
Now
vote
get moving.
ally so no one dies, and then...
That's enough! Shut your damn hole or I'm picking Betray!
Hey, come on now.
Fine. Do what you want, but I need to get back to the AP rooms. I'd like to stay with Quark. He seems to be doing all right.
I'll stay here with him. Fi can do the voting for our pair. I can trust her. Is that all right with you?
Yeah, sure.
Well,
She only has 1 point anyway,
if you'd be
so
willing to
she's
do
gonna
that,
vote the right way.
I'd be much obliged. Thanks, Luna. Take good care of him.
Of course. I'll make sure everything goes fine.
Tomioji gave her one last nod, then turned and dashed out of the infirmary. Ooh. Well, that's that, I guess. We should probably be going too.
Yes. We'll just have to wait to hear the rest of what he has to say later.
I'd rather just get it all out in the open now, but there's not much we can do.
Let's get going then.
We returned to the warehouse to find only Kay. I explained what had happened with Quark, then glanced around the room. Hey, where's Dio?
He has gone into his AB room.
Is he
Already?
a single? Yes, he's
Indeed.
a single, so that's okay.
Then he opened the first AB gate, right?
Of course.
That's why he had a card.
This is bad. I won't be able to talk with him. This is going to limit my choices.
You've only got 1 BP left, don't you?
Yeah. Luna's the same.
If Vi chooses ally and Dio picks betray,
Phi and Luna will be penalized.
Die.
I don't have a
They will die.
choice. I'll have to pick Betray. The risk with Ally is just too high.
Yeah, you can't trust Dio. Hey Alice, don't you have 1 BP too?
That's right. But Kay and I will be playing against Quark.
and he'll just default to ally. I guess you don't need to worry about getting penalized then, huh?
But what if Alice and Kay choose betray?
You needn't worry. That will not happen. Even though, as you have told me, Quark is recovering, he is still weak. Moreover, he is only a child. To betray an innocent child would be...
Yeah, that would be unthinkable. Even if you ignore his age or condition, it's hardly fair to take advantage of someone who can't vote.
Yeah, Dio is such a stand-up guy. So you'll
Yes.
vote to ally.
Of course.
Well then,
As will I.
shall we go?
Yes.
I will vote to ally too. Kay and Alice nodded to one another and disappeared into the AB room second from the right. Did they move yet? Did the rooms move back? She found the knife. I can't remember what's happening in this time. Without saying anything, Fi turned and walked into the room just to the left of theirs. So, did Temioji go in already? And can we say, please vote ally, otherwise you're going to kill us? Because I'm voting ally. That left only myself, Clover, and Temioji.
Do you remember what you said to me when you chose the blue door? Something about how you'd convince me to choose ally? Seems like now would be the time to let me know how you're going to convince me.
Well, it's not that complicated. I promise you that Clover and I will vote ally. That's it, pretty much.
I see. And you figure I'll believe you because you've only got one BP. Once you've told me that you plan to ally, I won't be able to choose betray. Since if you're telling the truth...
You'd kill me.
Not a bad plan, but it assumes that I've taken killing you off the table. Seems like a risky bet for you.
Oh, come on, Jump.
And why is that?
Clover's BP is 6. If you ally and we betray, then she'd have enough points to escape, right? She could run off through the number 9 door as soon as this round. So... Risky bet, okay. As soon as this round is over.
I'd never...
That's easy for you to say. But to think about it from my perspective. Sure, you might not, but you also might. If I guess wrong, that's a pretty big loss for me. I'm voting ally.
Well, what if Clover tries to seduce you to get what she wants?
That... what?
Huh?
That's just an example. What I'm trying to say is that once you two are in that room, Clover might try and make some sort of bargain with you. I'm asking what you're going to do if that happens. Are you sure you'll still choose ally?
I'm sure I can resist her charms. Seduce me, huh?
Hey! What are you staring at, you perv? There's no way on earth I'd do anything like that! Ugh! As if! In your dreams, creep.
Well, that's that then. Not gonna lie though, I'm a little disappointed. You perv!
So I can trust you. You're gonna choose ally.
Yes!
You can trust
At least
us.
on this run.
Promise.
Yeah, this run we're allying. I mean, both of them end in very short endings. Someone's dying. I know, right? Yeah, this path does not lead to any happiness by the looks of it. The other one leads to something promising, so we'll go back and pick the red door after we've done this and got an ending. Depending on what time it is, but we should be okay for now.
We promise.
Of course.
All right. I guess I'll vote ally too then.
Good. And we've got like 10 seconds,
3
so come on.
minutes remain
3 minutes, there we go.
until Ambidex's game
It's just
code
arbitrary length of
closes.
time.
Well, looks like we don't have much time left. I'm trusting you.
I'm trusting you too. Neoji gave us a cut nod, then turned and strolled into the second AB room from the left. I guess we'll go in the left-hand one where the dead lady was. Just 'cause, you know, consistency. Right, well, let's get to it.
Yeah.
On the left. Dead lady room. Start.
Hey, Sigma, I wanted to ask you something.
What's
Could
up?
you pick betray for me?
What?
I mean, I could try and, like, tackle you. But you're so big and strong, you'd probably just throw me on the ground and that'd be it.
Yeah, well...
So I thought I might as well just ask you really nicely. Oh, I mean, I'd be happy to, pay you back. If you just pick betray for me, then I'll listen to anything you say.
And that's why there is no joy down either of
Yes?
these endings.
Anything. So think carefully, okay? If you choose ally, you're trusting him with your life.
Yeah, if he chooses betray, it's all over.
Uh-huh. Are you really, really sure you can trust that old fart?
Now, that's not very nice.
The only safe choice is to pick betray.
But if he chooses ally and we don't...
Then I'll have 9 BP. But you don't need to worry about that.
that's what Kay said to me.
Even if I do get 9 BP, I won't just go and open the number 9 door all by myself.
Of course you
I mean,
won't.
Alice wouldn't have 9 points yet. And I can't leave her behind.
Yeah, I believe
Please?
you. Really.
Will you
Honestly,
pick
yeah,
betray?
totally believe you.
20 seconds remain
Totally
until
believe you.
Ambidex game
Yeah.
polling closes.
100,000% trustworthy. I'm still voting ally. This is my ally run. Do all the allies, get all the locks and the endings that I can, then do betrays. Just like Dio, our closest friends. The voting machine was in front of me. I didn't have much time left to think. Would I keep my promise to Temioji and pick ally? Or would I betray him for Clover and...
If you just pick betray for me, then I'll listen to anything you say.
She just said she'd listen. She didn't say she'd do anything. Which is clever of her. In the end, there was only one possible answer.
3, 2, 1.
Let me press that button! Ally. Temioji, if you betray me, I will hurt you.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
Club Clover.
Thank you for your participation.
Monster.
Ambidex gates now opening.
Yes, we're doing an ally run. Ally, 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 ally. For clubbing someone over the back of the head with a
Results from
wrench.
round 2
Yeah.
of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your
See?
attention
Ally, ally,
to the
ally,
results
ally,
screen.
ally, ally. So we've only got one more ally run that we can do. Because the other ones are on offer betray. Betray then ally is dodgy. We're just going to ally all the possible ones. Actually, we've only got one more option after that. Because all the others are on a betray track. Meow, 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 meow. Purr. Ally, ally. Good. Betray, betray. Ally. Ally! See? We trusted the old codger. No one has 9 yet. Excellent.
Points have been assigned.
Okay, so
or
how's this going to go bad?
subtracted accordingly. Please
Because
check
no one
your
except for the old
bracelet
lady's
to
dead.
see your updated bracelet points.
So Fine and Loon are the only ones that are really in trouble. I mean, Radical 6 is how
Looks
it's going
like
to
you
go wrong.
managed to
Yeah.
trust me.
Well, it seemed like I made the right choice. Or maybe it's a fake
did what I
short
said
one
I
and it's
would.
actually going to be really, really long. You really helped me out. Thanks.
I could say the same thing. No need for thanks.
The corner of his mouth twitched into a grin. I felt myself smile a little in response. Well, unless Dio goes crazy. Driver, on the other hand, looked less than pleased. You said you were going with Alice. Just takes
That
one more
was
round
a
to
bad
get to 9.
choice, Sigma. And after I told you I'd listen to anything you said.
Uh-huh.
Oh well, whatever.
Listen, but not do. Now she comes up with a wrench, yeah. She sighed heavily, shot me one last annoyed look, and stomped off. Across the room, Dia and Phi were already confronting one another over their own results. Well, I mean, Dia was trying to murder 2 people, so, you know.
You tried to kill me and Luna. Can't say I'm surprised.
Don't give me that. You know exactly what I was doing. I knew you weren't stupid enough to pick Ally. You'd defend yourself with betray, just like I would. Wait, where's Luna?
In the infirmary, looking after Quark.
Is that where Alice went too?
Alice? No, she went into one of the AB rooms with Kay.
Yes, we did indeed enter together. When the doors opened, however, she left, somewhat unsteadily, in the direction of the cyan door.
Uh-oh.
She left the warehouse?
Indeed.
Uh-oh.
Without even checking the results?
Correct. There was little reason to check them.
Yeah, it's not like Quark was gonna betray you.
Indeed.
And you two still choose Ally. Man, what a pair of bleeding hearts.
If you say so. Being mocked for my compassion is a small price to pay for retaining my humanity.
Where did Alice run off to?
While we were in the AB room, she mentioned being quite tired. Perhaps she went to one of the cabins to rest.
Oh no.
Oh, well, I guess that would make sense.
Oh no. An ominous rumble filled the warehouse. It's just the doors closing.
The ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the ambidex game will be the star round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the star keys. The ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
We can open the gates as many times as we want.
That means the star keys can be used to play the AB game any number of times. If I
mean, I'd
understood
like
that
to go through a
announcement
white
correctly,
door.
that is.
Hey, didn't Zero Jr. say something about this?
But so it could be a deceptive end. Or we hit a lock. Or it could just be an end. We'll have to see.
As soon as the gates close,
What we're gonna do is
your
take a very
colors
short
get
tea
all
break.
shuffled up automatically.
Point and then go
The
up
pair
into
and
the red
solo
door.
assignments hop around a bit too.
Yeah, he did. Nice, so show me your bracelets. I want to see what colors and groups are this time. Within moments, a series of wrists were extended for me to examine. It looks like all the colors are weird. Clover's a cyan pair and Phi's a magenta pair, but Temnioji's a yellow pair.
The 3 solos are red, green, and blue. K's red, Dio's green, and you're blue.
We're blue! Then how are we supposed to group up for the chromatic doors? Teal, I know, right? Turquoise. I think they're gonna be white this time.
Ah, yes. Dio told me about them. Very interesting.
Yeah, they're white, all of them. I had a good look while I was waiting for Sigma to show up down in the warehouse.
You should have seen them too then, Vi.
Yeah, I did. You're talking about the doors in the Floor B warehouse, right?
Yeah. So, lay it on us. How are the groups gonna shake out this time? Vi nodded and began to explain. I can't decide if you said teal or tea. I mean, either is appropriate response to what I just said. Option A, Temioji yellow and me blue would form one group. Vi magenta and Dio green would form another group. Clover cyan and red K would form the third. Okay, so we've got Temioji and someone.
Wait, you mean there's only one option?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's no other way we can group up to make white. Alice, Luna, and Quark aren't here to show us their bracelets.
Vi's opposite
So we
Dio,
don't
so they're
know
not
for
going to
sure
get any
what their
points.
colors are. But it's pretty clear they'll all be pairs, since none of the pairs here have a partner.
So they'll be yellow, magenta, and cyan. Teal T.
Right.
T. It feels the exclamation mark from this distance looked like an L.
All right,
What would
what
Teal
now?
T flavor be?
We've got plenty of time until those white doors open.
About an hour, it looks like. It's fine. Food coloring.
I'm gonna go find Alice.
Ooh,
Of
there's that
course.
blue pea
I'll
flower.
come with you then.
Clover gave her a shrug, and the two of them headed out through the cyan door. It's the first strand that we spend a lot of time with Fi, because we haven't seemed to spend a lot of time with her afterwards.
Do I really need to say it?
I've got some blue raspberry tea that's fairly blue. The infirmary, right? Yeah, gonna go check on Quark.
Yeah.
Gave me a nod and trotted out through the yellow door. Okay. I'm gonna go and look in the crew quarters and find out what's up with Alice and if she stabbed herself. There only left 3 of us, DOK and myself. Excuse me? You guys gonna do?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna head over to the lounge and have a drink. You wanna tag along, Kay?
Are you making fun of me? I find it rather hard to drink with this mask on.
All right, of course. My bad. Well, I'm out. Later.
You want to come with me to the crew quarters? With a lazy wave of his hand, Dio slouched off towards Bethlehem. Wait, no, towards the magenta door. It took me a moment to realize Kay was following him.
Hey, what is this? You following me?
No, you must be mistaken. I hope to investigate Floor B further. There are still several rooms I haven't visited.
Okay. You don't have to tell me your life story. See ya.
I hate him. I need to get my hair cut this weekend. The conversation ended as they reached the door and stepped through it. Alright, what should I do?
Tonight's that eclipse, remember? What a way to
Oh,
end
no, we want to go to the
2028,
infirmary
huh?
and talk to Temioji. Of course. I need to get to the rest of that story out of Temioji. The words were scarcely out of my mouth before I set off at a dead run down the hallway and towards the infirmary. Okay. I feel like that's a really good time to pause just for a moment because I need a tea break. So, drop a save in the infirmary. Right, okay, so we're going to have a very short break. Tea! Tea! Very short break. Cup of tea and a stretch. Teal tea. No, I'm drinking mango tea actually. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Take time to refresh and stretch yourselves. I'll be back soon. didn't. I was getting cheese and making tea. Oh. There's no one here. The room is completely empty. I edged forward and peeked around the partition. There he was. Tamioji. He was standing next to Quark, apparently oblivious to my presence, looking down at something in his hand. I was just double glossed her. A picture. I must have made some small noise because he suddenly looked up, saw me, and hastily shoved the photo back into his pocket. It's a photo of something, right? Was it yours?
Forget it. It's got nothing to do with you.
But all of the stuff we had with us when we got grabbed was taken away. Where are you hiding it?
Why should I tell all of you about one measly photo?
Anyway, where's Luna?
I asked her to leave. I wanted to be alone with Quark for a bit.
And the dead body?
So, why are you here?
I wanted to hear the rest of the story.
The rest of what? What the hell are you talking about?
I'm talking about that simulated manned mission to Mars. We heard that recording about it.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about. I'm getting old. Memory's not what it used to be. Seem to be forgetting a lot of stuff lately.
Nice try, pal, but you're not getting away with it this time. You remember something, alright? You remember so much. You told me it'd take way more than 10 minutes to tell it all.
You really sure you want to know?
Yes!
Maybe I'll tell you, and then you'll regret it. Maybe you'll wish you'd kept your fool mouth shut. Just think about all the hopes you've got for the future, and all the happy memories of your past. What if what I have to tell you makes everything you've ever believed ring hollow, and the whole world just crumbles around you? You sure you want that?
Yes! Hey, come on, you don't need to threaten me.
This isn't a threat. I'm being honest here. Are you really, truly prepared?
Well, of course. I never got the chance to say I am. Uh-oh. Before I could, Fi exploded into the room, her face a mixture of anxiety and fear.
Good. There you are.
Did something happen?
Alice is... Look, just come with me, all right?
God damn
She's
it!
in the
You
number 2
interrupted
cabin.
story time! Without waiting for a response, Fi spun around and ran back out of the room. Himioji and I exchanged a quick confused look, then leapt and took off after her. She with a pair. Did she stab herself this time? Ooh, that's a scalpel! Alice! The first thing I saw when I stepped through the door was the blossom of red on her chest. That's a scalpel this time. She did it herself. I felt as if I'd walked straight into a brick wall. This is a radical 6 thingy, Majiggy. He stopped short, my body refusing to move. No, why did this happen? I forced one shaking foot forward, then the next. My legs began to buckle. I put a hand against the wall to steady myself as my heart thundered in my chest. Calm down, calm down, calm down. It's pretty bad, but you don't actually know anything yet. Yeah, there's blood all over her hands. Yeah, that's right. Maybe it's not too late. Her bracelet's off, dude. Maybe we can still save her. Denial. It's not just the river in Egypt. Then at last I pressed my fingers to her neck, and those hopes were dashed. No pulse. Clearly, she wasn't breathing either. Her pupils had dilated hideously, making her face seem somehow inhumane. Well, yeah, exactly. That's what happened, clearly. Why? Then I noticed all the blood must have distracted me, but now I saw that there was a scalpel buried in her chest. Judging by the position of its handle, she had been stabbed through the heart. I felt a sympathetic twinge of pain in my own chest and my stomach lurched. Bile and hopelessness rose up in my throat. I stood, hands balled tightly into white-knuckled fists, and took a deep breath. For once, dear, didn't do it. All around the room were the rest of the Nonary Games participants, except, of course, for Quark. I want to ask which one of them killed her. Even if it had been one of them, though, there was no way they'd answer. All I could do was stare at each one of them in turn, asking myself, is this person a murderer? I mean, Dio, yes. But not Alice this time. The looks they traded with one another suggest that I wasn't the only person wondering if they were standing next to a killer. An unsettling silence filled the room. Clover was the first to speak.
Who did this? Say something! Answer me! Please, Clover, calm down. We don't even know if she was killed. Then what happened? An accident? You think a scalpel just dropped from the ceiling and stabbed her?
Cool it, kid.
You did it, didn't you?
Are you nuts?
Then who did it? Who killed her?
Clover, even if we assume that she was murdered, that doesn't necessarily mean the killer was one of us, does it?
Wait a minute. You went into the AB room with Alice during the last round, didn't you? Something happened in there, didn't it?
No, nothing happened.
Don't lie to me! There's no way Alice would just run off like that! She wouldn't leave me! Something happened! If she was going to leave, she'd tell me! She...
Hey, Clover. Don't you think just assuming Alice was murdered is jumping the gun a little bit?
How can you look at her and say that? Scalpels don't just stab people all by themselves! Oh, I see. I get it now. You're all in on it, aren't you? It wasn't just one killer. It was 6! No wonder you're so anxious to say this wasn't a murder.
Clover, please, just settle down.
Fine. Show me some proof then. Prove to me in 10 seconds that you didn't murder my friend, or I'm going to kill every last one of you bastards! You're all going to die just like she did!
Hey, hold on a minute.
9, 8, 7,
Clover!
6, 5, 4,
Clover!
3, 2,
Give us a ready chance to answer. To be continued. No! Clover, no murder people. To be continued. We had a lock. It was an actual ending. That was disturbing, that one. We'll just overwrite that one because... So, crew quarters. Is there proof it wasn't a murder? Lock number 2. Oh, this one doesn't actually say it's a lock. It just says solve the mystery. Okay, so we can't pick that ally choice unless we pick a betrayer peer, which we're not willing to do right now. So, that was a lock. So that is a deceptive short one. That one, if we betray Tenmyoji, Clover will leave. So we know what that is, but we're not betraying until we've run through all the possible allies we can get. And even if we have to do a betray, we're then gonna unlock the ally choices first. So what we're going to do is pick the red door, I think. So we'll take Dio. I'll take Dio. That means the red door for us.
Whoa. Betting on the dark horse, huh? It feels kind of weird to say that about myself. Anyway, might as well be polite. Thank you.
I mean, Quark's unconscious, but we can only pick one of 2 doors here. And I'm fairly certain that no one else wants to go with Dio, particularly. And someone else didn't want to go to someone else. We can't pick green on this particular run. I think if we try it, they go no. I think on this betray we can only pick green, and on this betray we can only pick red. You okay with that, Clover?
Well, I don't really trust him, but if Alice really wants to go with option B...
Yes, this works fine. Kay, Tenmyoji, and I will take the green door. It's not great, but it's better than Dio. I'm good.
Well, I'm willing to do option B. Quark should be fine if he's with Luna.
Okay, I'll take
Alice
good care of
refuses
him,
to go with
I
Dio, so we
promise.
can't do that option. Yeah, what about fine?
No
Kay?
problems here. I'll take Quark and Luna and we'll do the blue door.
I also approve of option B. I will take the green door, correct?
Yep, good. Looks like we're all set. Kay nodded and handed Quark gently to Luna.
10
We haven't been through a red one yet.
seconds
It was
remain
the canteen
until
last time.
chromatic
Not the
doors
canteen, the
close.
food stores. I think last time, so. Come on, guys, hurry! The door's already closing.
Coming!
I know!
With seconds to spare, we leapt across the threshold.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
What is this? There's 3 doors!
Which one do we take?
Dunno, but it looks like they're all locked anyway.
So this is a dead end? Great. Well, it's got a lever on it.
Don't get too attached. It's probably a lever.
Are you serious?
Yeah, pretty good, huh? Am I great or what? Huh?
Fan Clover, yeah, I know, right?
Hey, Sigma, is this chick simple or something?
Oi, dude! Oi! Both of you! Stop it! How rude. She's trying to make
Hey!
a pun.
What kind of a gentleman has a secret conversation in front of a lady? I guess it can't be helped, though. You boys just secrete secrets. Oh man, I'm good.
Sigma, please, let me give her a smack.
I mean, she's like 19 years old. Give her a chance. She's very young. I wouldn't do that. What if he makes her worse?
Well, I think that's enough genius comedy for now. How about we throw that lever?
Wrong lever. I thought said we should stay away from it.
Well, you don't really think anything bad's gonna happen if you pull it, do you?
The doors don't have any
Besides, it's
labels
not like
on
we
them
can
at
go
the moment.
back.
Fine. I'll do it. Ready? Here we go!
The center one opened.
Looks like the others are still locked, though.
Through the center one, then. Forward!
Onwards! Without waiting for a response, Clover marched through the door. Dio and I shared a glance, shook our heads, and followed. No! Don't share a glance with Dio! He's a creep! Interesting. What is this room? The laboratory. I suppose that makes sense. We're gonna find the adoxycil or whatever I've forgotten already. Where's this place?
Well, it said laboratory on the door, didn't it? I figure that means they're dissecting frogs or building mine rays or something.
Laboratory, huh?
Do you think they might research stuff like viruses here? If they do...
Good idea. We might be able to find some of that Alexavir. Or
If
Oselivir.
we do, we can cure Quark.
You really think it'll be that easy?
Well, somebody's a positive thinker.
Shut it. Just saying. This place hasn't exactly been set up for us to succeed so far.
We won't know until we look. Let's get started. I mean, Dio's totally going to betray us, and we die. So that'll be how this one ends. No, maybe not. Unless we can prevent Dio from somehow voting, perhaps? Oh. We've got an empty capsule. Oh. Oh, an empty capsule and some seeds. Oh. And some binders. Steps for dissecting a frog. Hydroponics research 1 and 2. Okay. That's the memory card. Alright. The preparation of hydroponic fluid and seeds. Prepare the 5 to ratio 1 part fluid, 10 parts water. Each fluid is colour. Prepare the 5 seeds. 2 long, 3 rounds. Research has shown there's a distinct and repeatable relationship between the fluid used and the type of seeds. The relationship should be characterised in the following manners. The long seeds fail to germinate in 3 of the fluids. Round seeds in fluid B, yellow, and fluid D, cyan, fail to germinate. None of the marked seeds germinated if put in fluid C, green. Non-marked seeds fail to germinate in fluid A, red, or fluid B, yellow. And the striped seeds are put in fluid D, cyan, and fluid E, blue. Only one of them failed to germinate. Okay, some of them nice thingy puzzles. Steps for dissecting a frog. Remove the specimen, dispose of the ethanol. Begin dissection using the scalpel. Okay. Oh, we didn't have a look what this was. Oh, it's some kind of duplicating machine as far as I remember. More seeds. Oh. Scoop. Oh, the seed. Oh, saline solution. Yeah, I was trying to get the frog. Whatever this is. Roots. Cool. There's nothing else there. Seeds. a binder. DNA instructions. Plant root seed has plant material and blend. Yep, I'm trying to get to the roots. Throw the root in the mixer. Okay. Ah, saline water. Okay. Oh, we got green. Excellent. Now we need a pipette thing. Oh, add ethanol. Oh, we don't have any ethanol. We haven't found ethanol. Okay, I don't know what to do with that yet. Ooh. Something down here. Oh. Oh, hang on. Yay. Better find a scalpel. Okay, so we need ethanol in this thing. Then we can collect it with the pet. I just skipped over some steps. Went blend, forgot saline, whatever. Oh, hello. Okay, now we can put it in the pet. Yay! Now we have green. It's a lion eating a son. Wait, what was that? Ken, it's a tick. Whenever I talk about cats... Interesting. There was a story about that in the True Quarters. Now we have a scalpel. We might as well dissect the frog while we're here. Poor Lord Hoppington is dead. It's an ex-frog! Good deal, you do it. That's great. Psychopath can cut up in a small animal. Ew! Yuck. Hoppington, wow! So. Okay. Okay, so if we split that and 20 goes here, split it and then 10. That month. 3. plus 30. Except that it's not. Three isn't matching up. Okay, so 40, 20, 10. Oh, it really wasn't that simple. It's just put everything down. I was like, oh, this is gonna be wrong then. No. Okay. Right, we have to figure out. Sure. Okay. Ah, 1 part fluid, 10 parts water. There we go. That was what I was missing. Okay. Okay, so... Okay, so... B... D... Not... Right. Okay. C... Not... I don't know what the marked seeds are, so it's probably a good idea if we open up the seed thing. Green, blue, empty. Okay, so thin and not marked. Okay. Round, half coloured. Round and striped. Thin and have marks. Round and no marks. Okay. Might be easier if I just gonna and draw this one out. Okay, so we've got thin with no marks. We've got round, half. We've got round and stripy. We've got thin, stripy. And we've got round with no marks. Okay. And then we've got red, yellow, green, cyan, and blue. And then we've got... Let's just go for the research. Alright, so B is yellow. D is cyan. D is green. E is red. So therefore E is blue. Okay. We're doing table. I don't know if that's going to focus. Okay, so the long seeds fail to germinate in 3 of the fluids. That doesn't help us. Round seeds in B and D fail to germinate. Okay, so round. There are 3 round, B and D, so that crosses out those. Okay, none of the marked seeds germinated if put in C. Okay, so we'll assume anything with a stripy on is marked for now. Non-marked seeds fail to germinate in A or B. Okay, so that means B is the stripy long. when the striped seeds were put in D and E, only one of them failed to germinate. Okay, well, that's that in there. And the stripy seeds were put in D and E. Okay, so the other stripy seed has got to be E then. And D's got to be the long, thin one. Which leaves us with that and that. Okay, so A is the half and half, B is the long stripy, C is the round, D is the long thin, and E is the stripy round. The long seeds fail to generate in 3 of the fluids. Well, that, yeah, because there's only 2 of them, so that's fine. And everything else fits. Okay. That was one where it was like, if I tried to draw it out on this damn memo, it was going to be a pain. Because I can't deal with these things. Okay, so. Round goes in C. Okay, right, okay. Round goes in C. A gets the half and half. B gets the stripy long. D gets that one, and E gets that one. Ding. Did it! Sown my seeds. Don't say that. Just don't. Look at this. Oh, now we have red, green, and blue capsules. Oh. Sigma, come here. What's wrong? I can see something in here. What do you mean? I'm hiding. Just look, it's easier than explaining. Okay. Ooh, what the heck is this? DNA sequence. A is adenine, G is guanine, and C is cytosine. T is thymine. I manipulate it. Pairing the bases. Okay. So A is connected to a T, and G is connected to C. A to T, G to C. A to T, G to C. A to T. G to C. I have terrible memory. We are having fun with some VLR! Yeah, we are indeed. I'll show you my chart in a minute. Ah, you've been playing it yourself, have you? Yay! God, I hate that. 9. Okay, well that's the green code, but I want the blue code. Need a 4th capsule. No, this is not my first playthrough. That doesn't mean I can remember what I'm doing. We're now gonna make seeds. That's why we've still got the saline and the ethanol. Ooh, it's yellow. Yeah, so we finished 999, and now we're slowly working our way through the LR, and then hoping some point this year, hopefully, that the 3rd one comes out on Game Pass, because, well, not necessarily on Game Pass, just on Xbox. I'll pay for it. You know, very tempted just to buy this anyway, even though it's on Game Pass and I pay for Game Pass. But now we have a yellow capsule. Right, excellent. Now we can put this in the microscope. Ah! And now we just get a blue code. Excellent. We don't have to do anything else, but we get the blue code. Do I have some trouble with the moral decisions? What, like the ally betrays stuff or more than that? Because I'm doing an ally playthrough first. Yeah, I mean, I know I need to go through every path. And it's like, I'm purposely doing the ally decisions first because, you know. But I remember on my first playthrough, one of them I did a betray because I was trying to be strategic. And it was heartbreaking, so yeah. So I don't particularly like betraying and causing people's deaths. Okay, sun, sun, moon. But yeah, knowing that I'm going to play everything anyway, less of a problem. The first playthrough I always worry about the moral decisions. Every game I play I always worried about the moral decisions. To be perfectly honest. Right. What secrets did we get? Give me your secrets. Give me something useful. Okay, fluorine B. Okay. Above and below. There's a rumour that the floors were actually named for a particular Swedish route from the 70s. But everyone involved in this project has insisted it's a final hurtful lie. Ooh, researchers. Aha, now we get some information on Radical 6. Okay. When the body is infected with Radical 6, the processing speed of the brain is reduced. We assume the brain currently operates on a 1-to-1 basis with regards to time. Radical 6 reduces this to a 1 to the square root of 1/6, or approximately 1 to 0.408. This means that for each second that passes outside, the patient feels that only 0.408 seconds have passed inside. Therefore, when 1 second has passed inside, approximately 2.45 seconds, or square root of 6 seconds have passed outside. That's why the virus has been termed Radical 6. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. One theory holds that the disparity in time perception causes the brain to be flooded with massive amounts of information. Unable to keep up, it begins to fail. Whatever the cause, the infected invariably attempt to take their own lives, which is arguably the most terrifying aspect of this virus. This is the proof we need. Research suggests a targeted antiviral could kill or at least disable Radical 6, but thus far we've been unable to develop one. Seems our best hope now is to harvest the antibodies from someone with a natural immunity to the virus. The bodies of those dead from suicide are piled up along the roads leading into and out of town. The entire area reeks with the stench of decay, and the sky is filled with the constant buzzing of flies. At times their swarms are so thick that when one passes, it feels as though a cloud has gone over the sun. Every day I see more crows, and rats are everywhere feeding on the dead. Ironically, the only healthy-looking creatures are the stray cats, who have grown fat on a plentiful rodent diet. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters. I don't know how many were saved, but I fear only a handful. Oh Lord, please let their future be a bright one. This is an excerpt from a journal of a researcher. Due to space constraints, some sections have been cut. Jumpy doll! Sounds like someone named a doll Jumpy, but why? Reference to the first game. No! You just hit Clover over the head with a spanner! What would you call that other than monstrous? The secret of Quark's hat! Okay. Don't you think his hat looks kind of weird? There's that huge band that just wraps around his head. Is he hiding a pair of Ferengi ears? Or maybe he's just a lone lobot. Well, this is just between you and me, but he's got missiles in there. The size of the hat hiding those pods like you see on the helicopters or SAM sites. Except those missiles are tiny, and when he gets in trouble, both sides of the hat open up. And they just fly out all at once like pshh. Just kidding, actually. He just keeps snacks in there. Yeah, I know, I don't like doing some of them. Accelavir, an antiviral medication made to counteract Radical 6. More specifically, it's an antibody with a natural resistance to the virus. It's found and extracted from an individual in 2038 and then replicated using the IG replicator. An Accelavir injection is the only known way to fight off a Radical 6 infection. Yeah. I know, right? It's like playing to both sides of the stars. 2038. 2038. This is the first mention of a future date. Like more than just a week in the future, though. Do we get Accelavir and then do we duplicate it? Right, okay. Alright. Star, sun. There we go. Ha! It opened. Awesome! This deer's gonna try and steal shit. First is a map. Floor B map, of course. We always get the floor B map. Come on. Bored now. Alright. These are... Okay, so yeah, Quark has collapsed. We know he's got Radical 6, I think. Yeah, the key cards. So fine. Okay, next up we've got a notebook. That's the researcher notes. There's even letters? What the heck is this? The journal. Oh. The coded journal. Looks like two more things. Accelavir. Accelavir? Yeah, right. This is it. Secure for Radical 6. Hold on. Let me see that. Later, we need to get out of here as soon as possible. Okay, and then the key. Okay, but do we have the accelerate? Because I want to duplicate it. I want to duplicate it, but we can't. Right, where's the innie and the outie? No, wrong way. Dio is gonna steal that medicine. Let's net me an achievement. Yeah, found it. There we go. Leap.
Hey, hold on a minute.
Master of Escapology. Escape from 8 rooms. You've already played this route. Oh, right. Shit. Yeah, I don't want to spoil anyone. Yeah, I'm basically working my way from left to right, allying first. So, yeah. No spoilers. But yeah, no, I've already played this before, so I will try not to say anything like future knowledge. But yeah, no, feel free to dip out if I get into but I've got a feeling that my ally route, and at some point I'm going to stop for today. So I'm basically going to be allying at this next juncture and then continuing down. I'm probably going to hit another lock, to be fair. Probably going to hit another lock. Okay.
There's something... Nah, I guess there's a couple of things I want to double check. Well, one of them's not really significant, I guess.
Huh?
First off, this machine. We didn't even end up using this thing, did we?
Yeah.
I was just wondering what it was.
Well, I'm not sure how I'm supposed to answer that. I know what it is. It's the duplicator thing. The DNA replicator. Beside here, there's a name or something. IG replicator.
Replicator makes it sound like it makes copies of stuff.
So it's like a copy machine.
Yeah. Probably copies IG, whatever that is.
Any
Who
ideas?
knows? Ice cream by the gallon?
Of course, this machine must be here so we can just make all the ice cream we want. Are you nuts? You're one idiotic girl. Hey, stop being so rude, Sigma. Don't make me slap you. In other words,
Oh, good one.
Hey, this isn't the time for stupid jokes. There's a helpless child back there in the infirmary who needs our help.
He was right, of course. I hung my head in shame.
At any rate, as long as we don't know what IG means, we can't do anything with this machine, right?
That's right.
We have the gold files.
Makes sense. On to the second issue. Sigma, you found a journal and some sort of vial in the safe, right?
Yeah.
The vial. Could you show it to me again? I didn't really
Yeah,
get a good
I know,
look at
right?
it before. You guys were in there so close I could barely see it. Was it really Accelavir?
Yeah, definitely. As I spoke, I pulled the vial out of my pocket. He's gonna steal it! See, it's written right there on the label. Accelavir.
You really are an idiot.
Huh?
Although I guess in this case the G in IG stands for guy.
What? I don't. He's gonna steal it! The words were barely out of my mouth when he moved. Come on, Clover, get him! Before I could blink, the vial disappeared from my hand. Hey, what gives?
What are you doing?
Oh, smash it. Yeah, I know, that would be worse. Dio slipped the vial quickly in his coat.
Oh, don't worry. I'll keep it safe. I'll even give it back to you later.
No, not later. Now! Give it back now.
I don't think so. If you want it back, you're gonna have to listen to my request.
Request?
Yeah, that's what I said. If you want this back, in the next AB game, you have to choose ally.
We're going to anyway, that's okay. Ally? Wait, is that why you took the medicine? To blackmail me? You're gonna betray me and kill me?
Horrible! You're using Quark's life as leverage!
Well, I've got some really good reasons to do so. I'll be happy to give it back if you just do what I say.
Oh, I was reading a book. And they had the Myrmidons in it. The Myrmidons were to do with the Spartans. I want to say that they were Achilles' army, were the Myrmidons. It was the Battle of Troy, the Siege of Troy. And it mentioned the Myrmidons in response to like something warrior-like in there. So, and it made me think of this game because Myrmidons. Cecily, yeah. Ah, okay. Well, the Trojan. Is it Cecily? Okay. Well, anyway, it's whoever is the Greeks and the Trojans, but I thought it was Sparta. Anyway, it was Achilles' side of the war versus Troy. I'm very bad with names, so the fact that I managed to get that much is pretty good. Yes. Yeah. So yeah, I was quite I was quite taken. It's the Chronicles of St. Mary's, Jodie Taylor. Interesting series. But yeah, the third book, they visit Troy. That will make more sense if you know the premise of the book, but I'm not spoiling it. Well, they mentioned Troy, but yeah, Achilles and the Myrmidons. And then, yeah, Cassandra the Prophet. You don't know the books? Interesting. Yeah, Jodie Taylor. Jodi Taylor. And it's the Chronicles of St. Mary's is the series. I don't know you well enough to know to say that you would like it, but at least have a look at the first one and see what you think. I think the first one's called Just One Damn Thing. But anyway. I didn't realise until I started to hurt that I'd curled my hands into a fist. If Dio would only give me an opening.
I wouldn't try and take it back by force if I were you. You make any sudden moves and I'll smash it.
He patted his pocket gently.
Oh, and one more thing. Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Excelavir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
It's not fair.
Sorry, no, I was reading
This
the dialogue.
game isn't about compassion. It's not about being clever. It's about
I mean, for
one
once,
thing.
I haven't hurt my
How
hands.
well you can manipulate people to your advantage. How unfair you can be.
My eczema's actually fairly
So,
good at the moment,
what are you
which
gonna
is
do?
surprising.
Ready to promise me you'll pick Ally?
Always. Always gonna pick Ally on this playthrough. Fine. I promise.
Sigma!
I was gonna pick Ally! It's not like I'm changing my decision.
Oh, I knew you'd say it eventually. I'm glad you understand how this works.
But he's gonna
But
betray
don't
me and
think
I'm
about
gonna die,
trying
so
anything
I don't know
funny.
how this is gonna be a
Break
lock.
your promise and... well, you know.
Oh, no, I think I remember this ending.
See you chumps later. I'm really looking forward to the next round.
He opens the number 9 door. If he betrays me, because he'll have 9.
Are you really going to do what he says?
Well, I was going to do it anyway.
Sigma, you've only got one BP right now. If we choose Ally and he chooses Betray...
I know. I'll drop to -1 and that means I'll get penalised.
But that means...
And it is a lock. Look, it's not like I want to, alright? Or it's a lock or it's a you need more information bit. But if we don't do as he says, then I'll destroy the medicine. If he does that, then Quark will. So it's me or the kid.
So
I
you're
know,
going
right?
to die to save his life?
It's like, yeah.
That's...
Noble?
Why would you
it's
do
noble.
that?
I think it's the one involving the door. In honesty, I was terrified. My choice was far from a foregone conclusion. Well, we should get back to the upper floor. Everyone else is probably finished already. I bet they're waiting for us. Ah! Get something to eat. Oh wow, that's a bit late, yes. I am going to see how far this left-hand bit of this left-hand one takes me. But have nice foods. I may be here when you get back, I may not. I'm also kind of tired, so thinking it might be a good place to end it, having done blue and red today. So we'll see. Didn't wait for Clover's response. Yes, hopefully you'll get something tasty. I had risotto earlier. You really drink more tea. It probably doesn't help with the tired, not hydrating. Let's try and go for a walk tomorrow. What's my schedule like? I could go for a walk. Maybe I'll go pick up some fresh bread.
An ambidex gate has been opened.
That's because Dio is an ass.
45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
Oh, we still got to do
Sorry.
the...
I went ahead and cracked it open a bit early.
Dio! One of his hands was a moon key. He twirled it around like a veteran gambler and grinned and slid it back into his pocket.
You don't mind, right? I figured you and Clover would get up here right away. Besides, I thought it'd be best to get this done soon before you lose your nerve. I don't know about you, but I'm really looking forward to the next round.
Bounced around warehouse. Alice and Kay were back. As was fine. And of course Clover. There's Temiyoji and the rest of them. In the infirmary, obviously.
We carried Quark to one of the beds. Tenmyoji and Luna are looking after him.
Nice.
How's he doing?
Well, it's hard to say. He seems to be sleeping soundly, but beyond that, there's really no way to know.
No change then, huh?
Right.
So what was your room, Sigma?
A lab?
Is that so?
Did it look like the kind of place where they'd be researching viruses and DNA and those kinds of things?
Yes.
Yeah, it did.
Was there any of that Excelivir?
Don't tell those other idiots that you found some Excelivir in here. I hear one word about it, and the next thing you hear will be little bits of glass shattering on the floor.
My eyes flicked to Dio for a moment. No, nothing. Beside me, Clover bit her lip.
I see.
So how'd it go with you? Find anything interesting? To be fair, we're doing Alice a favour. Finally shook her head. With the unison of movement that almost looked choreographed, Alice and Kay shrugged. Yes, I know, if only I kick him in the balls would be better.
Where does that leave us? We still got about 40 minutes left until voting ends.
What are you gonna do?
I'm a little curious about that lab you found. I thought I might go take a peek at it.
I'll show you the way then.
That would be wonderful.
I think I'll go have a look at the room Alice, Kay, and Tenmyoji found. Never know. Maybe you missed something. Perhaps there's some Excelivir hidden somewhere in there.
What a bastard. Exactly.
Then I shall take you there.
What about you two? Where are you going?
Oh. Well, I think I'll start by heading over to the infirmary to see how Quark's doing.
Then
Yeah,
I will
honestly, any
too.
option which involves me punching Dio
Glad that's settled.
is good. She nodded to Clover and they disappeared through the magenta door. Dio and Kay followed a few footsteps behind. Ugh. I wonder if Clover's going to tell Alice. Okay then, guess we should be going too.
Hold on. Show me that journal first. Dio told me about it. You wouldn't tell me anything about the lab except that you found a journal with, his words, some sort of bullshit language. He said you had it, so I was hoping I could take a look.
Yeah? One sec. I took the journal out of my pocket, handed it to Fi. I think this one cracks. I think what happens is we find out what the duplicator's for, and then when Alice goes down with it,
Latin.
we can duplicate it and cure both of them on this side of it.
Yeah, with time and a dictionary.
Where you can read it. Oh, right. So in other words, no.
Pardon me for not being able to translate a dead language on the fly. This looks like some kind of research log. It's not going to be some sort of, I took the dog for a walk today. It was nice kind of stuff. I can understand a little of it, mostly conjunctions and things like that. But most of these words I've never even seen before.
Bene vidi vici. Fi started to leaf through the book again as she spoke. Did we find a library anywhere? And suddenly she stopped.
Wait. I can read this one. Page 216. This isn't research notes. It looks like a personal entry.
216.
Don't rush me. This is gonna take a minute.
Maybe this is the stuff we have in the files.
Interesting. All right, I think I got it. It looks like they're talking about Radical 6.
What? Why are they talking about that?
Not sure. Let me read it to you. Keep in mind I'm paraphrasing.
When the body is infected with Radical 6, the processing speed of the brain is reduced. Ah, so this is going to read what we already read. So, yeah, it's going to read exactly what I already read on the other thing. So I'm going to let that go and be right back. Hang on. Right, okay, cool. Okay, so it read that one. There we are. Radical is another term for what is known as the root operation, the function inverse to the taking of a power. Interesting. In a less mathematical sense, it can also be used to refer to something that is extreme or severe. Yeah, so that just... that was the first page. And 10 seconds passed. In the real world, a patient would have only filled 4 seconds had passed. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. The exact cause of this is unclear, and although there is as of yet no direct link between suicidal urges and the reduction in mental processing speed, many believe that they are not unrelated. You can translate this? Psh. Those infected with Radical 6 perceive the world to be moving at a fever pitch, as if it were a video cassette being fast-forwarded. Yeah, we've experienced that in the very first left-hand side. For instance, although the patient believes that only 10 seconds have passed, in fact, 24.5 seconds have passed. Given this increased speed of input, maintaining the ability to observe and reason would become a Herculean task. To be fair, I think I could probably do it. One theory holds that the disparity in time perception causes the brain to be flooded with massive amounts of information, and able to keep up begins to fail. I mean, my usual evening involves watching a stream, watching a TV program, and playing a game. When I listen to like podcasts, I listen to them on like speed and half, so whatever the cause, the infected invariably attempt to take their own lives, which is arguably the most terrifying aspect of this virus. Research suggests that a targeted antiviral, but we've been able to develop one. Antibodies. Someone had antibodies. Seems our best hope now is to harvest antibodies from someone with a natural immunity to the virus. I forget who had that. That's far. We've been unable to locate a suitable subject, so I've continued my efforts to discover an alternate means of treatment. Given my current rate of progress, I predict that I will have a workable treatment within a decade or two. A decade? It's not going to be enough. It's my fervent hope that humanity will be able to survive that long. The bodies of those dead from suicide are piled up along the roads leading into and out of the town. Ours is probably going to be flies, rats, cats, government shelters. Their survival is the only hope that remains. The human race. Oh Lord, please, let their future be a bright one. Whoa, that's a lot of information. Now we know what the virus does to you, though. If you get infected, your brain slows down by the root of 1/6. That's what, about 40%?
That isn't the important part. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide.
You're right. That would explain why Quark was, well, trying to kill himself. And also Alice.
There are two other things in here that worry me. First, the part about how they haven't managed to develop a treatment for it yet. What do you make of that?
What am I supposed to make of it? Maybe they just hadn't found one when this journal was written. I mean, from what we know, there's a drug called Accelifere that cures it.
Exactly. But in the journal it says it might take 20 years to make something like that.
Hold on a second. I'm getting confused. When was this thing even written?
December 29th. No year.
There's no way it was written this year.
Yeah, probably not. Anyway, moving on. The second concern I have is about the underground shelters it mentions. The newspaper article said something about quarantining people too. After we read it, we all thought the same thing. What if this was one of those quarantine facilities? But this journal seems to suggest the opposite. The few humans who survived the outbreak have been locked away by the government in underground shelters.
You're trying to say that this place might be one of those underground shelters? Which would mean we're all supposed to be uninfected. That doesn't explain Sigma, Quark, or Alice. Would have been thrown in here to keep us safe.
Yeah. I mean, there's no way to say for sure at this point, but it seems possible.
been infected, right?
Then maybe the virus got in somehow. Just
Be
think
bad.
about it for a minute. If this is one of those shelters, a lot of things start to make sense. Maybe we've been here for a long time. Like, maybe they put us to sleep somehow. Made us sleep for years, maybe even decades. While we were sleeping, the pandemic that the newspaper article talked about happened. And whoever had this journal made this entry.
And then once the antiviral treatment was finished, they woke us up.
Right. It's all just speculation, but
No, that doesn't make sense. I mean, it seems like a pretty plausible scenario, but we were all captured before the pandemic started, right? Well,
Yeah.
no. And how would they have put us to sleep for that long? How would they have known to do that? Most importantly, why the hell are we playing the nunnery game? The point of this place is to save us! All good questions, Sigma. Good questions. Throwing a bunch of people into a game that might kill them is a pretty weird way to protect them from a pandemic. I really need to get my hair cut.
yeah, you're right.
See?
We don't have enough information to make any real conclusions. I think we should see if we can find anything else.
Fi had barely finished speaking before she took off for the magenta door. Hey, won't you come into the infirmary with me?
I've changed my mind. You can tell me about Quark later.
And with that... she was gone. Man. I let out a long, tired sigh and started off towards the infirmary. How's he doing?
He seems to be stable, as far as I can tell.
Still sleeping.
I see. Mind if I have a look?
Please, go ahead.
Why are on the partition to the side of Quark's bed? The journal and the thing Fi and I had talked about would definitely need to be addressed. But for the moment, the AB game was what I needed to concentrate on. Lives were at stake. Mine. And Quark's. Those infected by Radical 6 eventually develop a powerful urge to commit suicide. The journal was telling the truth, and as soon as the anesthetic wore off, Quark would go insane again. If we weren't able to restrain him the second time, what if he managed to kill himself before we got to him? Perhaps he'd just get out of the infirmary and go hide somewhere. On the other hand, it wasn't like we could keep anesthetizing him forever. We never did find him on the left-hand side, did we? There was only one way to save Quark, and that was with Excalibur. Revalexa. Unfortunately, Dio had stolen it. If we wanted to get it back, Clover and I would have to vote ally. Revalexa. Is Excalibur backwards? Doesn't say anything really. But if I did, there was an excellent chance I would end up dead. My life for his? Reasonable. The question was then, what to do? Sacrifice myself to save Quark? And keep quiet about the danger he was in to save myself. It was so faint, I almost didn't hear it.
Grandpa. Grandpa.
He shifted a little, then fell silent again. It was enough, though. What on earth had I been thinking? How could I have even considered letting a child die in my place? Suddenly my cheeks felt hot with embarrassment and disgust. You're allowed to consider options as long as you don't pick the bad one. But I considered letting Quark die even for a minute was pathetic. There was only one choice. There had only ever been one choice. Well, the flowchart's telling me there's two choices here. However, yeah, I agree. Oh, hello. We are now green. We now have the information. We can unlock that. We might do that depending on what we get here. If this locks, we can go and unlock this side, but I don't know what that's going to do. No way was I going to leave Quark to die. So, time-wise, I don't know. I'd like to unlock a lock, though. My hands tightened into fists as I looked down at him. Any uncertainty I felt before was gone. I knew what I had to do.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
It's not hard, Havor. It's just long. It's just long. It's not particularly tricky. Okay, some of the puzzles are annoying, but yeah, it's just long. I don't have that command.
All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally. Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
Looks like it's almost time. You two should head back.
What about you?
Not going. I'm worried about Quark.
But you're a solo. If you don't vote...
I'll automatically ally. I know. I heard the voice on the intercom just like you.
What are you going to do if Kay and Alice vote betray?
Nothing, I suppose. Just means I lost that round.
Yeah, he's safe.
I'd just be voting ally anyway. You know who my opponents are, right? Alice only has one BP left. If I pick betray and they chose ally, I'd kill her. I'm not so desperate to escape that I'm gonna kill someone for it. And even if I was, I can't leave Quark behind. You see? Doesn't matter if I go into the AB room or not. My vote's the same either way.
But at least this way, they know he's voted ally, so it's up to them. Temioji's mind was made up. Trying to persuade him to leave would have been pointless. Alright. Take care of Quark.
Of course. You worry about yourself.
Let's go. Mara and I headed out of the infirmary, leaving Temioji and Quark behind. We got to the warehouse, we found everyone else waiting for us. Well, not quite everyone. One other person was missing. Dio? Hey, where's Dio?
Take a look at the doors.
Saving himself. They're all closed. When we came in here before, the one on the far right was open.
And that would mean...
Eddie went in, I guess.
Exactly.
Dead bastard. He'd probably been worried I might try and take the Accelavir from him by force, so he'd hidden himself in the AB room. I mean, it's sensible. No one can stop him from voting. What a coward. I'd made up my mind to choose ally no matter what, but... I liked it when Fi knocked him out. Part of me had still considered trying to jump Dio if he dropped his guard. And when she knocked out Dio and then went in the room so he couldn't vote betray. Haha. No, I admit it, sure, I wouldn't get the chance.
Where's
Damn it.
Tenmyoji?
Oh,
Luna explained Tenmyoji's choice.
I see. Well, I guess that means I don't have to worry about him picking betray.
right. What will you guys be choosing then?
Ally, of course.
Because my BP is 6, I assume.
Yes. As long as Tenmyoji votes ally, I can't choose betray. If I do, K's BP will go up to 9.
But what if he forces you?
Ha ha ha. You needn't worry. I would never do something so crass.
Really?
I mean, I
Of
trust
course.
Kay not to.
Then you don't need to go in there.
Excuse me?
Alice can vote by herself. Then we don't have anything to worry about, right?
Well, I apologize, but I'm afraid I can't agree to that.
Why not?
I just can't. Shall we go, Alice?
Hey, hold on a minute there.
Kay continued briskly towards the AB room as if he simply hadn't heard 5. Why can't he? Alice scrambled to follow him, perhaps concerned that he would lock her out. Maybe he doesn't trust her? No, but she's not going to betray. Because it would give her points. Only seconds later they disappeared into the third room from the left. I think it's really important which room people are going in.
I hope Alice is going to be okay.
Well, there's nothing we can do now. If Kay told the truth, she'll be fine.
Yes, but why did he have to...
5 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Time's almost up. Come on, Luna.
Right.
They headed off at a trot towards the second room from the right, and were soon out of sight inside it. And they're up against Clark, so they're hardly going to betray a child. Alright, Clover, time for us to go. So there's going to be a whole
okay.
shit ton of ally
Right
and one
behind you.
betray. I sighed to myself and headed towards the leftmost AP room. It's going to be ally, 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 betray, because Dio is a giant asswipe. He wants his 9 points. Hopefully at least lives with the Excalibur before he goes out door number 9. But I can't remember. And we're going to die. So I'm interested to see what's going to happen. Start. I can't remember everything word to word. Though I do remember a lot
What
of
are you
it.
gonna do?
I don't really have a choice, do I? There's only one thing I can do. I'm gonna choose ally.
You can't! You'll die!
Ah, you're attending time! Yay! What have you got for food? Just because... Okay, hang on. Well, you never know. Just because Dio told us to ally doesn't necessarily mean he's gonna pick betray.
Do you
Oh, you
really
poor
think a jerk
naive
like that is
person.
going to choose ally if he doesn't have to? No. No way. He's got 6 BP right now. If he picks betray, then he'll have 9 points.
Well, what about
Huh?
you? No, Leaky. Okay, well you've got 6 BB too, right? If Dio chose ally and we chose betray, then you'll have 9.
What? No, that's not... I didn't even realize that until you brought it up. I'm just trying to tell you that Dio is going to pick betray. That's who he is.
We know. And I'm trying to tell you that I've made up my mind. That's who I am. The only choice is ally. It's the only chance we have to get that medicine back.
That's why Dio called you an IG. What makes you think he's going to give us the Excalibur, even if you do what he says?
Maybe he won't, but I can guarantee that he'll destroy it if I pick betray. That's who he is. So
Fine.
slim chance versus
If you
no
aren't
chance.
gonna listen to me, then I guess I don't have a choice. I'll be pushing that button.
Huh? Before I realised what was going on, Clover ducked past me and ran towards the voting machine. Really? Stop! I snatched her by the arm and hauled backwards with all my strength.
Ow!
Sorry! Guess that was a little too hard, huh?
Hey! What do you think you're doing? You can't
Stopping
just
you.
throw a girl around like that.
Well, you're the one who tried to trick me.
But I...
Yes, that's a good point. You
You're
have a
gonna
fire extinguisher, you
die.
don't have a wrench.
Dio's going to kill you!
Spanner.
You can't do this!
Spanner.
I don't want you to die.
Well, we gotta die in one timeline at least. That's really sweet of you, Clover. But I gotta
10
pick Ally. I've gotta
seconds
try and save
remain
Quark this time.
until Ambidex's game polling closes.
Thanks. It means a lot to hear you say that, Clover. I gave her my best reassuring nod and turned to face the polling machine.
3,
The player has to
2,
pick.
1.
We are gonna ally. I'm having an ally playthrough across the board. Right, let's see what happens.
Round 2 of
It's
the
not a quick
Ambidex
ending.
game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse.
Maybe we can knock Dio out
Thank
before he
you
escapes.
for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
There's an infinitesimal 0.1% chance that he voted ally. Clover and I stepped out of the AB room. She's miffed at me. For several long moments, we just stared at one another. Words weren't necessary. Everything she would have tried to tell me, I could already see in her eyes. Let's go. I turned and headed towards the results screen.
Sigma.
I heard her behind me, her voice barely louder than a whisper. Choice was already made. I stood up straight and kept walking. Hey, and Alice!
Results from round 2.
I've forgotten
of the
that
Ambidex
happens.
game
Kay, stop.
will now be
Dio,
displayed.
maybe.
Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet.
Look at our nice
points.
-1.
What?
Sigma's BP is...
Negative.
We're just gonna gloss over the fact that Kay and Alice voted betray. Just because I'm dying. Suddenly, their eyes were all on me. I felt their weight, but stood my ground. It was the result I'd had expected. No! Not... Actually, no. I'd expected all allies except for Dio. I took a deep breath and closed my eyes. I didn't have to wait long. There was a sharp, quick pain in my wrist, barely even noticeable. I couldn't feel anything flowing into my veins, but I knew it was there. First would be the anesthetic Soporil. I blinked and my vision started to blur. And I tried to think. It felt like my mind had been stuffed with cotton. Anyone go to the rec room recently? Just chop my arm off. That would work. My legs began to wobble, then gave out entirely as I crumpled to the floor. Impending death may triumph the betrayal.
Sigma! Hang on!
Trump the betrayal.
Hey!
Trump!
Sigma! Get up!
Sigma!
Oh no!
Someone stop
oh, no,
Dio!
No, oh, no!
Trying to open my eyelids was like trying to lift sheets of lead. Which is what Luna felt. My eyes had lost the ability to focus. But I could make out a blur that had to be Dio in front of the number 9 door. Stop him! Stop him! Damn it! You'll keep your promise, goddammit! I groaned and with Herculean effort lifted my head and then my sluggish body off the floor. Every step was a battle, and whenever I shifted my weight, my muscles threatened to give out. Again. Somehow, I forced myself ahead, a single thought burning in my mind. I would reach Dio. Then, at last, the smudge of colour faded into a recognisable person. I threw out my hand in front of him. Give it back. Give me the medicine.
Give it back.
It would have been a lot slower and
Act like it's
blurrier than
yours. Are we supposed to share everything we find here?
I don't care. Just hand me the medicine.
What are you talking about?
We found the Excalibur in the lab.
And Dio stole it.
What?
You mean he has it? Right now?
Yeah. So?
I kept my promise. Now you... I wasn't a fool. I knew the kind of person Dio was. There was a chance he wouldn't give us back the Excalibur. He didn't, and I'd die with my hands around his throat. I gathered as much of my mind as I could and got ready to attack.
Fine.
Not quite what I'd been expecting.
Here.
With a shrug, he pulled the vial out of his pocket and tossed it towards me. Great! Somebody catch the effing thing! I caught it and pulled the tiny glass bottle to my chest, worried I might drop it. The label said unmistakably Excalibur. We should be dead by now, right? It was the real thing. This is like 9 seconds later. Clover, take it before I drop it. I held it out towards her.
Right. Of course.
She quickly tucked it in her pocket. Pocket? Oh, 9 minutes! Right, thanks. Now at least Quark will be alright. It's always 9 somethings. With that, the last of my strength left me and I dropped to my knees.
Sigma! Are you okay?
Someone
Sigma!
has to stop
Sigma!
Dio. I guess this is it.
First is the soparil, which put you to sleep. 9 minutes later,
9 minutes.
the
You were right, of
Calorie
course.
is injected, numbing your respiratory muscles. I guess you could say it'll really take your breath away.
9 minutes. Once the soparil was injected, I had 9 minutes until the muscle relaxer followed it. Anyone got an axe? About 4 minutes had already passed, which left me with 5, give or take a little. Anyone got an axe? In 5 minutes, I would be dead. What could I do in 5 minutes? How could I save myself? This is a lock. I gave a raspy, quiet laugh. Even with death staring me in the face, I seemed to be determined to struggle right up until the very end. Okay, Sigma. You can do this. Clinging desperately to what little consciousness I had left, I racked my brain for any possible solutions. We're gonna hit a lock! How could I save myself? How? There had to be something. Every problem, no matter how difficult, has a solution. There's always another option. Hopelessness is a state of mind. Just have to think. Think. If there was a way out, I'd find it. Be continued. I wasn't ready to give up on life yet. To be continued. There had to be an answer. To be continued. So we haven't found out about the thing yet that will unlock it. There we go. To be continued. Okay. $16 hours. Yeah, we still got like 20. No, at least 20, 25 more to go. Yep, we hit 5 minutes of life, lock number 3. But this one is opened. So let's jump. Let's at least get this achievement and see how long the thread becomes. So Alice is still dead. Alice! The first thing I saw when I stepped out. We've already seen this. Lost my red on her chest. Yeah. It's the first time we have a cross timeline info dump thing, or actual info dump. Ah, no worries. Have you not unlocked this bit yet? But that's okay, obviously. Duck and lurk and duck. But yeah, basically lock 3 the bit we get before lock 3 unlocks lock 2. Unlocked, yes, but not played. Cool. Well, in which case, I don't know how much of a spoiler there is, because we know that she committed suicide, because that's what we were trying to prove. But yeah, you don't want to. You want to discover all this on your own, so that's okay. Suddenly, Clover moved. I leapt forward and clamped my hand around her wrist.
What are you doing?
See you later. And thanks for the follow. Feel free to lurk. Clover, listen to me. Alice wasn't killed. Nobody murdered her. She took her own life.
What? No.
And the bloop.
There's no way she'd do that.
I can't believe it's not murder. It's true. She stabbed herself in the heart with the scalpel.
All right. Where'd she get the scalpel then?
From the med bay?
I did hear someone come into the infirmary right after the AB game ended.
Was that before I showed up?
Yes. I got up to see who it was, but they were already gone. It could have been Alice.
So she could have taken the scalpel then?
Yes, I think so. You're lying! This is all a lie! It has to be!
Well, she's got blood on her hands this time. It's not. It's the truth.
Then why did she do it? Why would Alice kill herself?
But she's infected. She probably didn't have a reason.
What?
She'd been infected with Radical 6. From Quark, probably. That's what killed her.
But you just said she killed herself! Just tell me the truth! Then prove it! Your 10 seconds ran out a long time ago, so if you don't have any proof...
I do. I have proof. There was a journal in the lab, wasn't there, Kay? Show it to me.
A journal?
It would have been in the safe.
Ah, well, Alice would have it then.
Why can you... I don't feel right touching a dead woman's body. Where the frick is she hiding a journal?
Sure.
In what pockets? Her hands barely shook as she quickly searched through Alice's clothing. It was only seconds before she stopped. Yes! Exactly! Conceals anything! Slowly and carefully, she drew something out. There it was. The journal. I mean, women's clothing contains very little pockets normally. But yeah, you read it. It's in Latin. I can't make head nor tails of it. How are we explaining this? She cocked an eyebrow at me and flipped the small book open. She wearing boots? When she looked back up at me, it was with both suspicion and surprise. I mean, she's not even wearing a shirt. I know,
but
right?
translating this is impossible. It's full of words I've never heard before. I can
Page
barely understand
216.
any of this. Huh?
Page 216. I think she's like wearing little half boots. You should be able to read that one. I's frown deepened, but she did as I suggested. Just wondering where she concealed the journal. Really is what the discussion is, Alkesh. Less commentary on the clothes, just more physical impossibility of concealing a German.
Yeah,
a German?
I
A German?
can
A
read this
German!
page. How did you know?
A journal.
No, wait. How did you even know there was a journal in the lab?
Timeline. I just knew.
You just knew. Come on.
Look, just read it, okay? Whoever wants to hear what it has to say. Unless she has a bag. But then it would be like she checked a bag, not her clothing.
Right. Give me a moment to look it over.
After a few moments of whispering to herself in Latin, Fi began to translate, paraphrasing. Okay. There we go. Right, that's paraphrasing.
Oh
We know that
Lord,
information.
please. Let their future be a bright one.
I shut the journal with a soft slap. Sickly silence drifted through the room. The newspaper article, the recording, the conversation with Temioji, and now this journal entry. There was no more hiding from the truth. Pandemic had already happened. All of Clover's rage suddenly dissipated, and she collapsed to the floor, tears pouring down her face. None of us had the heart to say anything, and for several long moments the only sound in the room was Clover's sobs.
We've got a problem.
To be fair, we may hit another log on this one. There's nothing saying we won't. I can't remember. It's got to open up at some point, but...
It's almost time for the primary doors to open.
yeah, only 10 minutes left.
Sorry, but I'll be taking Alice's bracelet. Vi and I won't be able to open the secondary door without it.
So she was a magenta pear, just like me.
Just now noticed that, did ya?
As he spoke, Dio grabbed the bracelet off the floor and dropped it into his pocket.
What color is your bracelet, Luna?
I'm a cyan pear.
You are part of Clover's pair, then. That means the two of you will need to come with me.
I guess so. Come on now, Clover.
That means
We
we've
need
got
to
Quark
go.
and Temioji. Great.
Alice would want you to survive, wouldn't she? You'll never be able to figure out why all this happened if you stay here. Please.
You're right.
Alice, I promise I'll find out what happened to you. I'll figure out who Zero really is. I mean, if you'd never been locked up in here, you never would have... This never would have happened. So it's like Zero killed you. I promise. I'll avenge you.
Clover stood up and rubbed her hands roughly over her eyes, smearing tears across her cheeks. Then with a determined frown, she strode out of the room.
All right, we're out of time. Move, people.
You guys head on down to the Floor B warehouse. We'll catch up with you later.
Oh right, yeah, we need Quark. Quark's got the yellow bracelet, which makes him your partner, right? Yes, by Grandpa's hammer you shall be
Can't exactly leave
avenged.
him behind.
Without him, we'd end up stuck in the AB room.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's go. We'll see the rest of you once we've picked up Quark.
Very well. Until we meet again.
We're going through white doors? Hey, we all get to go through white doors. But also, Fi and Dio is... worrying.
Quark!
Hey!
You're awake!
Yeah.
That's
I
right, we
just
don't have to
woke up.
carry you.
Hey, where's everybody else?
Oh god. Quark.
Tomioji's entire body shook with emotion as he drew closer to him. They are such a cute pair. He cautiously laid a trembling hand on the boy's shoulder, almost as if he were afraid Quark would disappear in a puff of smoke the moment he was touched. When Quark proved to indeed be corporeal, Tomioji let out a cry and threw his arms around her.
What's wrong? Are you okay, Grandpa?
It's nothing. Nothing's wrong. I'm fine.
But...
Quark gave him a puzzled look. Tomioji didn't even notice. His face was a mixture of happiness and relief. You could see tears twinkling from the wrinkled corners of his eyes. All traces of his usual gruff stoicism had vanished. I didn't want to interrupt such a happy reunion, but we were running out of time. Still, Tomioji deserved a few minutes. I left them alone. At last, Tomioji seemed to recover and shifted from an embrace to a protective arm around the shoulder.
So, how are you feeling?
Feeling? Well, okay, I guess. Was I sick or something?
No. You're not sick. If you feel fine,
That's
then
my
you're
friend
fine.
Reese.
Huh?
I'm sorry. I should never have gotten you involved in all this.
What are you apologizing for?
Sorry.
You're doing it again. Are you sure you're okay? So,
We have to get down.
where's everybody else?
We have
Mr.
to go to the
Sigma's
doors.
here, but he's just been standing there looking kind of silly.
Thanks! I gave him a nervous smile and explained about the white doors. I got the feeling Tomioji didn't want Quark to know about Radical 6, so I avoided any mention of it. Alice's death was something I also left for later.
Okay, that makes sense. That means I'm on a team with you guys, right?
Right.
So, these white doors, when are they gonna open?
In about 4 minutes.
Oh, not good. We need to hurry. Come on. How do we get to the Floor B warehouse?
Okay, we're going.
Follow me! Run away, run away, run away! Yeah, that's a nice straight route there. Good timing. Alright, which one are we going in? Preferably one we've not been in before.
Chromatic doors have opened.
Still not gone to a thing yet. I think that lock might turn into escape. No, it's going to be a story bit then escape. But yeah, last time we were in the security office. There's only 3 of them, so...
5 minutes remain until chromatic doors close.
You're late. Where the hell have you been?
What does it matter to you?
Quark?
You're awake.
And fully recovered, apparently.
I am also relieved to see you well again.
Me too.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
I looked out at the others from behind Quark and held a warning finger up to my lips. There were a few momentarily raised eyebrows and some nervous coughing as everyone suddenly fell silent. You gonna notice Alice is missing? From Quark's perspective, it must have seemed especially odd.
Anyway, there isn't any time left. We need to hurry.
But there are 3 doors.
Which team goes in which door?
All of the doors are identical for this round. I believe it doesn't matter which team uses which door.
Then we're taking the one in the middle.
Why that one?
You want a kill shot, you aim for the center. You're more likely to just miss the
I
extremities.
think that's the security
That logic is flawed and more than slightly disturbing. Unfortunately, I don't really have a
If we
counter
go
argument,
left, we go
so
to the
center
admin
door it
one,
is.
which is where we got the
I
lions.
suppose we could go with the one on the left.
Right,
Is
so we're
that
going in
okay?
the right, which is a new one.
I mean, we could go with the other one if you want.
Kay and Clover only nodded.
Well, there's only one left.
The door on the right.
Any objections?
Nah.
All right, let's move.
30 seconds remain until chromatic
Run!
doors close.
That's an arbitrary sense of
Hurry it
urgency,
up,
but it's
Vi.
never ever
This thing's gonna
not let
close.
us in.
I know.
It's time we
Notice
were
Alice
going
is
as well.
missing.
Right. Sure.
Come on, guys, there's no time to waste.
Right behind you.
Let's go.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
No, director's office. Alright, okay. This is the one with the computer. Yeah, this is the one with the computer. Okay, so we might get an answer then. What to do, what to do, what to do, what to do, what to do.
Probably the office of whoever it is that's running this place.
It said director's office on the door.
This might be Zero Senior's office. Okay. Let's do the seek a way out bit. Get to seek a way out and see what it reveals.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Which is it?
Why the hell would I know?
We should look around. If this really is Zero Senior's room, there might be some clues.
Yep, you got a point. Let's get started then. So I still don't know what the third room is. Seek a way out. Right. Jesus Christie. No, right. Okay, so unless this terminates in a lock, this is going to go down a whole rabbit hole. So we're going to leave this till Sunday. We'll come back on Sunday and we'll go down this because this feels like it's going to get us something. It's not going to be the true ending because Alice is dead. We need everyone to be alive for a true ending. I knew it was going to happen. I just didn't know whether we get another lock before we got a thing. And there's going to be another ally choice. But what we might get is the answer to the two-headed lion. We might get it. I don't know. That might be elsewhere. We may get some other answers though. And we've still got this lock which we revealed. And then once we've done that path, then the only other option is then the cyan door and the one ally. And then the ally, which ends in a death by the looks of it. Which ends in a bad ending, possibly. Yeah, we don't get a choice of door there. So, we're going to save her. Director's office. 16.5 hours. Because, yeah, otherwise it'll be way too late and I have to work tomorrow and I know this game sucks me in. Also, I haven't fallen asleep yet, but it doesn't mean that I shouldn't go to bed. Oi, yay. Work, yeah, I know. It's okay. I like my job. So I don't have a problem with work. Work is good. Cool. So I'm gonna say thank you everyone for watching. I'm just gonna end here. And I'll be back on Thursday, 8 PM UK time with Anna's Quest. So I think Anna's Quest. Yes. I mean, if you want, I have YouTube channel with like my entire back catalogue. If you want to go back and watch some other stuff that I've been doing. If you need something to entertain you, but live entertainment, sorry, not anymore tonight. Yeah, Anna's Quest I'm going to do on Thursday, picking up in Act 3, Chapter 3. We've got to escape a mill with a witch in it. So that's a thing. But it should be fine. But that's the plan. Yeah. So, I've been Jo, otherwise known as Angel SK. Thank you everyone for stopping by. It's been brilliant. Ooh. Oh, I recommend it. It's a good game. If it's it's a point and click. I love point and clicks. But if it's 90% off on Steam and you like playing on Steam, then yeah, go for it. I have it on Xbox, obviously, because I play lots on Xbox. But yeah, like $1.59. Oh, definitely worth it for that. I mean, I've already gotten like several hours enjoyment out of it, and I've barely scratched the surface. So I think I'm less than halfway through. Maybe 1 or 2 streams, can't remember. It's in my YouTube channel anyway. But that's not beside the point. I'm heading to bed now. Hopefully I will catch you all later. Either which way, I appreciate you being here today. And have a great rest of your time period. Bye.